What if I told you Ford's loudest move for 2026 doesn't come from a V8? Seriously, while everyone's arguing about electric versus gas, Ford's over here quietly building what might be its most disruptive lineup in decades. 3 vehicles, all totally different, each one sending shockwaves through the industry for its own reason. One of them's so wild, Ford's own CEO called it the Millennium Falcon with a porch. Today we're diving into all 3. A futuristic truck that's got Tesla sweating, a secret budget EV being cooked up by former Tesla engineers in a skunkworks lab, and, yep, a screaming V8 muscle car that no one saw coming back from the grave. Oh, and somewhere in the middle of this video, I'll show you a real trick Ford's using to sneak insane value into a segment most folks are ignoring completely. You'll want to hear that. So buckle up, because this isn't your average car update. This is Ford going full throttle into the future, and maybe even catching everyone else off guard. Back in early 2023, Ford dropped a code name that made car nerds like me stop mid-scroll, Project T3. On the surface, it sounded like just another electric truck in the works. But then, CEO Jim Farley went off-script and called it a Millennium Falcon with a back porch. That's when people started paying attention. This wasn't just another spin on the Lightning. It was being built from scratch. New platform, new tech, new factory, Blue Oval City in Tennessee, a $5.6 billion EV campus designed just to make this beast. Ford wasn't playing small here. They were aiming to crank out 500,000 units a year, with things like bi-directional charging, 400+ miles of range, and next-level software baked into the frame. But more than the numbers, it was the vibe. Ford wanted to build a truck that didn't just go electric, but made you want to go electric. Rugged, smart, and designed to feel like it belonged in the year 2030. But then reality hit, and Project T3's dream start turned into something a little messier. For a moment, it looked like Ford had the EV truck game on lock. But by 2024, the wheels started to wobble. EV demand was cooling. Lithium prices weren't dropping like Ford hoped. And the very factory meant to launch the future, it slowed to a crawl. Internally, the launch was pushed from mid-2026 to maybe late 2027. Publicly, Ford said it was adjusting to market conditions. But behind closed doors, it was clear. They were betting big on tech that wasn't cheap enough yet, especially not for trucks. Then came pressure from the UAW, the union repping tens of thousands of Ford workers. Job cuts, delayed training, rumors of layoffs if the EV push didn't pay off fast enough. Ford executives had to walk a fine line, promising innovation without sparking a labor revolt. Meanwhile, investors were getting twitchy. They didn't want another Lightning situation. Ford needed something new, but also something safe. And that's when the focus shifted to something no one saw coming, a secretive low-cost EV project buried deep inside Ford's West Coast labs. While the big, flashy truck stalled out, Ford's quietest team might have been building its boldest car yet. While all eyes were locked on the T3 delay, something way quieter, and arguably more important, was happening 2,000 miles away in Irvine, California. Inside a low-profile Ford facility, a team of just over 100 engineers was working on a top-secret mission: build an EV platform from scratch for under $30,000. This wasn't just a budget car. It was a full-on Tesla killer aimed squarely at the elusive affordable EV market. And leading it? Alan Clark, a guy who used to work directly under Elon at Tesla. The vibes? Lean, fast, no fluff. This wasn't classic Ford. It was more like a tech startup with a Mustang badge. The goal is clear: create a modular EV platform that can support multiple body types, SUVs, crossovers, maybe even a small truck. Use LFP batteries, cheaper, more durable, strip down the parts list, and ditch the old-school assembly complexity. If this works, Ford could pump out EVs faster and cheaper than almost anyone else in the game. And here's the kicker: if this budget EV becomes profitable within 12 months, they go all in. If not, Ford kills it. No second chances. But the twist here isn't just the price. It's what this car might look like. And the Mustang rumor floating around is wild. Now, here's where things get real interesting. Internally, Ford's new low-cost EV platform is designed to be modular, meaning it can wear a bunch of different top hats depending on the market. But rumor has it, one of those top hats might be a Mustang-inspired compact coupe. Yep, you heard that right. A baby Mustang, all electric, all torque, and all aimed at the next generation of car buyers who care more about software than superchargers. Why would Ford do this? Simple. Emotion sells. The Mustang name carries weight, and attaching it to a $25,000 electric coupe could create a halo effect across the whole EV lineup. Think about it. Toyota turned the Prius into a movement. Ford could turn an affordable Mustang into a cultural reset. Whispers suggest a low-slung, fastback-style EV that prioritizes fun over range. We're talking light chassis, instant torque, aggressive styling, and just enough retro DNA to keep the purists happy. If they pull this off, it could be one of the most important cars Ford's launched since the original Mustang itself. But what if you're not ready to give up the V8? Well, Ford might have something for you too, and it ain't electric. Just when you thought Ford was all in on the electric future, they pulled a move that made muscle car fans sit up straight. In late 2023, a leaked UAW Local 600 memo quietly revealed something massive. The Shelby GT500 is coming back in 2026. But this time, it's bringing backup. Under the hood, rumors point to a brand new 5.2-liter Legend V8, potentially assisted by a hybrid power unit capable of pushing this thing over 1,000 horsepower. And this isn't just bench racing fantasy. Spy shots out of Dearborn have already caught a camouflaged test mule. Wider stance, low-slung front end, and what looks like AWD. If that's true, we're talking about a GT500 with four-wheel grip, hybrid launch torque, and track performance that could rival exotics. This is Ford flexing both ways, embracing the EV wave with one hand and throwing a piston-powered punch with the other. For diehards who thought the Mustang's soul was getting swallowed by silence and screens, this might be the most exciting news in years. But bringing back a fire-breathing V8 isn't just a flex, it's also a fight. And Ford knows it's about to clash with regulators and rivals alike. The return of the GT500 isn't just a gift to car lovers, it's a calculated move in a bigger war. By 2026, stricter emissions rules will be hammering automakers from both coasts. California's zero-emission vehicle mandates, federal EPA pressure, and growing global restrictions are squeezing the life out of traditional V8s. Most brands are folding, but Ford, they're doubling down with a twist. Instead of going fully electric, Ford's pivoting hard into hybrids, not the tame, gas-sipping kind, but high-performance hybrids that use electric motors to boost speed and pass emissions tests. The Legend 5.8 in the rumored GT500, it's likely paired with electric assist for a reason: compliance. This strategy lets Ford have it both ways: massive power when you want it, cleaner output when you need it. And from a business angle, it's smart. Wall Street gets its green boxes checked. Gearheads get their noise. Regulators get their numbers. Everyone wins, kind of. But make no mistake, this might be the last generation of true V8 Mustangs. After that, we're looking at batteries, software, and synthesized engine sounds. So, in just 1 year, Ford is rolling out 3 wildly different bets, each bold, risky, and aimed at rewriting the rules. So here we are, 3 game changers, 3 different playbooks, and Ford's putting big chips on all of them. First, you've got the Project T3 electric truck, a moonshot that could redefine pickups, if it ever gets off the ground. Then there's the budget EV platform, a secret West Coast mission aiming to do what Tesla and GM haven't: make electric cars truly affordable. And finally, the return of the Shelby GT500, a full-blown throwback with a modern twist, made to scream in the face of silence. Each of these moves tells you something about where Ford's head is at. They're not betting on just one future, they're hedging across all of them, which is smart, but also risky, because the market doesn't reward almost. If even one of these hits wrong, it could cost billions. But if they nail it, Ford won't just survive the next wave of the auto industry, they'll shape it. And now you know the playbook, before most people even know these cars exist. Soon, we're diving into how Ford's battery deal with CATL could flip the entire EV pricing war on its head. So, hit that subscribe button now. You don't want to miss what's coming.